Welcome to FilmIn5D, the show seeking to stylize everything film with the 5D Mark II. I'm your host, Aaron Hammock, and this week I gave you an in-depth look at Technicolor Cinestyle. This week, we're talking about one of the most popular picture styles among video DSLRs, Technicolor Cinestyle. Now, I mentioned this briefly way back in the third episode, but I've learned so much more about it since then through experience. After this episode, if you'd like to give this picture style a try, head on over to Technicolor's website, where they have downloads as well as instructions for installation. Let me start off by saying that the number one purpose of this picture style is to increase the dynamic range of your camera. Now, when you're talking about dynamic range, for those of you who don't already know, we're talking about the amount of information from shadows to highlights recorded by the camera. Of course, if you plan to do a significant amount of color correction in post, you'll want to avoid losing picture information at all costs. This is why you want the highest dynamic range possible so that you have more room to work with in post. This is where Technicolor Cinestyle comes in. Using this picture style will increase the dynamic range of your Canon DSLR much higher than any of the presets or settings in the camera. As we can see here with the histogram, both the flat neutral and standard picture styles crush the blacks, whereas the Cinestyle retains information across the board. Now, by no means am I saying that you should never go with the high contrast look where you're crushing the blacks, but you want to at least give yourself options by having detail in both the shadows and highlights. In fact, using this picture style will allow you to push your curves even further compared to other picture styles. Next, I'll give you some tips for using Cinestyle effectively, but first, a public service announcement. What are you doing? Dude, you alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You want to talk, man?
There's nothing to talk about.
Well, you kind of seem upset with me, but I don't know why. I haven't done anything.
Ryan told me what you did.
Ryan? Who's... That guy has a name now?
I saw the footage, man. I know what you did to Will.
I didn't kill... First of all, you shouldn't be listening to a thing that guy says.
You had proof.
Oh yeah? What if I told you he's a con man just trying to scam you for money?
What? Is it really getting to that point?
What point?
You're just gonna say anything to turn me against him, aren't you? Because you haven't liked him from the beginning.
Look, dude, I'm just trying to look out for you. Don't shoot the messenger.
Right. Look out for me? Is that really what you've been doing this entire time?
Of course. Dude, you're my best friend. I'm just trying to look out for you.
Is that why you blew up my car?
Dude, that wasn't me. I keep telling you, why would I even do that?
Well, you were the one who warned me about it seconds before it exploded.
Yeah, because I heard that ticking sound, remember? I mean, I saved our lives.
Why should I believe you when everything you do tells me I can't trust you?
It's that damn con artist. I'm telling you, man, he's poisoned you against me.
Give it up, man. Just leave me alone.
Come on, man. Please. You just gonna ignore me now? Dude, you don't even talk to me anymore since this happened. Come on, man. Please. And we're back. So the tips I have for you mainly concern exposure. I've learned that when you're setting exposure or focus, you'll want to switch to the standard picture style. And once everything's set, you'll switch back to Cinestyle before you start recording. This will give you a more natural image to look at, which will also be easier to focus with. And on a side note, if you're working on a project for a client and they want to see the image through the camera, show them the image with the standard preset because, to be honest, Cinestyle kind of looks like crap until you grade it. Also, the zero sharpness setting in Cinestyle helps to lessen the effects of aliasing and moire pattern interference. With Canon DSLRs, it's always better to sharpen in post anyway, which you can do by adding an unsharp mask or a sharpen effect. But that's it for this week. If you have any questions, send them to me via @mentions on twitter.com/AaronHammock. You can follow the show's Twitter @FilmIn5D, and we'll be back next week to talk about compositing.
What?
What?
Wouldn't it be more suited for like gardening or something?
What? Do you know what compositing is?
Yeah, it's like when you mix all that stuff together and it creates that nutrient that's soil, right?
No. Maybe one day when we do a gardening show, we'll talk about that. Whatever, compost, whatever the hell you're talking about. But no, today we're talking about, or next week we're talking about compositing, like green screen and other effects and explosions and stuff. So, see you next week.
I mean, I saved our lives. You should be thanking me, bitch.